One, two, three, four.
So I started playing bass about 10 years ago, but only started playing rock music 3 or 4 years ago, back in high school. Really got into it and started with this guy here. We met accidentally. Through fate, honestly. We sat next to each other in English class, and next thing you know, we're in a band together with our friend James.
Yeah, I started playing guitar around when I was about 9 years old. I remember my dad brought home Guitar Hero 3, and that was a big influence. Up until then, I really hadn't been that into music. I just listened to whatever my sister was into, just like pop songs that were on the radio. But yeah, after that, I started getting into rock and classic rock more.
I've been playing drums for like 9 years, and I didn't really play with other people doing music until high school.
I've been singing ever since I could remember, but I started playing guitar when it was during a visit to Chile, visiting family. My grandpa had an acoustic guitar by the computer, and it was during the time that You're Beautiful by James Blunt was popular. So I just started playing that. I played by ear, and I started playing the melodic guitar part in the beginning.
I've been playing guitar for about 3 years now. I started when I was 16, and it was after I heard this one song that I thought sounded really neat, and I wanted to learn how to play it. So I got the guitar, I kind of learned how to play it, then I completely changed my taste in music, and I went straight into heavy metal, Iron Maiden, stuff like that. And now, from then, I've kind of shifted again into more like punk rock genres, and kind of mixing the two is kind of fun, because you get a lot of different results from that.
I listen to a lot of progressive rock and metal. Surprisingly, that doesn't leak through into the writing that much. Certain things about it, like elements from it, do, but it's not like we write progressive music. I know you listen to a lot of progressive metal as well, but it's interesting how, you know, it doesn't change the type of songs.
We still have like a more of an alternative style.
Exactly.
I think a big thing for both of us actually is video games, just in general, and specifically Burnout 3, which has a lot of punk pop songs on it. So that I've really been into punk pop a lot.
When I joined the band, I instantly started talking about the songs from that game, and James was like, "Hey, I know that one too." And I was like, "Did you play this game before?" And he's like, "Yeah." We're like, "Okay, that makes sense."
So the first show we ever played really was in high school. I was talking to Hood, and he wanted to ask a girl out to prom, but he didn't know how to do it.
He comes to me one day in class, and he's like, "Hey man, check out the song. It was Are You Gonna Be My Girl by Jet." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's a freaking good song." He's like, "Hey man, that'd be a pretty good way to ask a girl out to prom." And I'm like, I got where you're going with this.
I was like, "Dude, we could play this song. It's a pretty simple song. Like we play instruments. We could do this." And so we knew Ezra as well. You knew he played drums. So we got I was on guitar, he was on bass, Ezra on drums, and we were like, "This is a band enough. This works." So we borrowed some equipment from the school. We didn't really ask permission. We just sort of did it.
So we skip class, like the end of class, and walk into some band class and steal a drum set. And they're like giving us weird looks as we're dragging the drum set outside.
We got fake notes to get us out of class like 10 minutes early, so we could go set up and just like taking stuff out of the band room while they're having class. Just like, don't mind us. We got permission for this. It's fine.
We sat right in the middle of the courtyard, and we're like, oh, we got a sound check now. And so we play like as loud as we can.
People's come watching before
Oh
class
yeah,
even
people
ends.
are like sprinting out of their classrooms, figuring out what's happening, and teachers are like yelling at us, and we're just sound checking. And then finally school ends, and like, you know, the courtyard is flooded. We went to a big school. It was like 3,000 people at the school.
Yeah, 2,500.
Yeah. So people, the courtyard is flooded, and everybody's like, what the hell are these kids doing?
Immediately there's a huge crowd because everyone's going out to the buses or wherever. So we're just waiting for this girl to show up.
She takes like 10 minutes to show up, so we're just jamming out, playing random stuff.
The staff is getting really mad because they're like, if you don't finish up soon,
Yeah.
people are gonna miss their buses.
Exactly. So they're giving us dirty looks, and then finally the girl shows up and we play the song.
Yeah, eventually she got there. We played through the first part of the song. I actually sang a couple of the lines, but then the Hood took over for the second half.
Everybody, was screaming and posting it on social media, and the girl said no.
And yeah, she said yes.
I'm just kidding. The girl did say yes. She went to prom with her.
And then the administration came over and asked us kindly to pack up and leave. So
After that, we had so much fun doing that. We just decided to keep playing.
yeah, we were like, we could just start a band. We have all the makings of a band right here.
Yeah, that was the start of the second row.
I knew Hood. I've known him for a lot of my life, here and there, but we started working together at the same company, and we started talking, and I brought up that I played guitar, and he was like, hey, we're looking for a rhythm guitarist in the band. So I was like, hey, I just started playing not too long ago, but I'd love to come and, try out just jamming with you guys. And I joined, and I didn't really feel like I knew enough to be in the band, but I quickly just started learning more. And I've gotten to a place now where I think I would have never gotten if I hadn't joined the band. But that's kind of how it started, is just talking, and I got invited to play with them. It was a lot of fun, so I just wanted to keep going.
Yeah, I think the progress that we've all made since we've started is just,
Yeah,
it's amazing. Because when we started out, like Jack was saying, you just kind of just started. None of us really had very good equipment, and we weren't very good. And now, I mean, we've only really been together like a year, and we're all so much better than we were when we first started.
Yeah, it's amazing.
We were looking for a singer, right? And we had found this girl through some friends, like outside of after practice one day. And we're like, hey, you want to sing for us? And so she was like, oh yeah, like this sounds kind of cool. I'll come hang out with you guys.
We had a set list together, and we were gonna play a gig with that, but she kind of got busy with school. I mean, as school gets busy, you have to drop more of your extracurriculars.
And we practiced for like
That didn't
2
go too
months
well.
or something, and she just never shows up to any of the practices. She's like, oh yeah, I'll come this week, and she just never does.
So we were kind of without a singer a week before this gig, and we were kind of frantically searching around, messaging different groups to find a singer.
So I post on some of the music group chats around NC State.
And Matthias responded. He wanted to come and check us out.
And I saw the Hood's message on there. It just said, it was from, to me, a random person at the time, just saying, hey, I have a band and we're looking for a lead singer. We play punk rock music. And I was looking to be a part of some sort of music project like that at the time. So I messaged him and I said, hey, I'm interested in checking out your band, seeing what you guys do, hearing what you play and all that.
The first time we met with Matthias was Sunday, and we were planning on playing this gig the next Saturday, so we had about 6 days to try to sort this out.
This dude comes in, he's like all serious, and we're like, yo man, this guy's kind of cool, like, and he gets all his equipment out, and we're like, all right, cool, let's play, and so we play, and he starts singing, we're like, damn, this guy can sing.
I was really impressed with how well they played the songs that I also happened to love when I was growing up. And so, of course, I started singing with them right away, and it was just a really good practice and a really good jam session overall. After that little practice, the first time meeting them, we had such a great time that then they asked me if I just wanted to join the band.
And we were like, man, we could make this work. Even though we've only known each other for a few days, like, we could play a show.
And so at the end of practice, we're like, yo, let's send it. Like, do you want to join our band?
And I said, yeah, sure, why not? This seems fun. Let's do it. And they said good, because we have a gig coming up in about a week.
Next thing you know, Matthias is on board.
Sure enough, about a week later, we played our first gig as the second row.
Yeah, and he had to learn like 2/3 of the set
Yeah.
list then, which is like Paramore songs.
It was a lot of fun.
That was our first
It
gig.
was fine.
We had so much fun at the show that we just decided to keep doing it, get more serious. We started working on our own original music, and here we are about a year later, getting ready to hopefully release some music soon. So
We hope on getting an EP out sometime coming up,
After we finish recording, we hope to be, gigging out a lot, which should be a lot of fun.
getting more original songs on the set list.
Exactly. Just be the local band. Get our name out there, get some people excited about our music, share what we got to share.